So how has been your experience at Davos this year, and in with what context is India being discussed at the conferences that you have attended?
Yeah. Well, to answer your first question, I think it's been very pleasant. There's been a lot of networking and a fair amount of consciousness expansion, if you like. I think the item that I see on the agenda is a huge amount of inclusiveness being discussed. Inclusiveness both in terms of societal inclusiveness and also the inclusiveness of countries. And I think that is the big thing that I see happening here, that growth has to be there, but we can no longer have one part of the world growing and another part of the world not growing. Similarly, in any society or country, you cannot have one part or a small part that is affluent and well off and large parts that are not well off. So I think issues of inclusiveness and equality and changing geopolitical dynamics, that's what I have experienced in that.
And in what context is India being discussed at the event?
I think India is being discussed in very positive terms. All the sessions I have been to where India was mentioned, it was always positive. So I think India right now stands poised in a very positive manner as far as the rest of the world is concerned, and now we have to deliver.
And how has been your India Adda experience this year?
Very good. This is my first experience of the India Adda, and I think it's a great concept. I just heard some people talking about the lovely food and the excellent ambience, and I hope to come here much more often during this stay at Davos.
So what's your thoughts about where is India headed in the long term? What are the sectors that we're going to see more growth in the coming years?
Yeah. You know, I am an optimist and I believe that there is a lot of potential for India to grow, but it won't come automatically. So I think our two areas of focus, one has to be infrastructure and the second one has to be governance. I think if these two pieces fall into line, then we are poised to experience the natural potential of the country, which is anything like a 7% growth. But we have to have a more inclusive growth. We have to have a greater access to the benefits of growth for large numbers of our people who are outside, who have not been beneficial. Although in the last 10 years, certainly there has been an improvement. But I think a lot more focus has to be there if this growth is to be sustainable. And what I'm saying is that it is not only the right thing to do, but it is absolutely necessary for growth to be sustained, especially in a democracy.
So since you are an expert in the area of human relations, human resources, what's your thought on the Indian talent, how it is important and empowering the globe?
Okay, so I think inherently Indian talent is very good, but we still have to develop it. I don't think we can sit back and be complacent about it. In our country, innate talent is very good, but we are not able to provide education, we are not able to provide skill training. So that's a big, big area. Along with infrastructure, probably education and skill training would be another very, very important agenda for the item. But if you talk about talent at a very high level in the spheres of, say, the corporate world or even of government, we have plenty of it. But forever we have to be learning and reinventing and learning again, being strategic in our approach and working very hard and never sitting back and saying we have arrived. Because if we do that, that's the beginning of the end.